The S&P falls, the NASDAQ holds on, and GDP looms. What happens next? This is Invest with Jacob. All right, guys, for the last little bit, I've been saying as long as we're above 4120, the bulls are in control. But if 4120 breaks, that is a warning to the bulls, and we should see follow through lower. 4120 broke on Tuesday, and we saw follow through yesterday down to the 4070 area. Now, the question is, how much lower can we go? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott wave theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, we saw follow through to a critical area yesterday, so let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and overall, once we broke 4120 and then 4100, it does make it more likely we are in a bigger triangle with our A wave down, our B wave up, our C wave down, our D wave up, and starting this E wave down towards 3950. So let's zoom in a little bit on this last leg down and see exactly where we're at. Okay, so now that we've got this move down off of the high here, we do have a little bit more clarity. It does look like we have an A, B, and then a C wave down here that could just be finishing up off the low from yesterday. However, they only got a 236 retrace right here, so it's not really a full wave 4, but it does qualify. A 236 is a qualifying wave 4, which would give us 4 and 5 down to complete this move. So it is possible that this C wave has ended, and if that's the case, we would look for an ABC back up toward the 4140 region, 4150 region. So 4140 to 50, we would look for a B wave of this bigger A wave right here. So if we've got this ABC down, that would be A of A. We'd look for B of A up, and then C down to complete this A wave in the 4020 area. This is typically where you would expect this A of A to end based on where we're targeting. It targets right in this 4020 area on the bounce up to 4050. So this is where you would expect this low to happen and then look for this next bounce. However, if they do break below this low right here, okay, that we got in yesterday's action, and they can push it down through 4060, then it becomes much more likely we take the direct route and an extended C wave down to 4020, where we don't get this B wave bounce up here at all, and they kind of just give us this little move down, which may come in the form of a bigger wave 4 up and then down to complete the overall wave. So that is what we would look for, is those two potentials, either a B wave bounce, okay, up toward the 4140 to 4150 area, or a smaller bounce where they can't take out this 4116 high right here and then come down toward the 4020 area to complete this A wave before we see a bigger B wave bounce after that. From there, we'd look for that C wave down to the 3950 for the overall E wave of that triangle. Now, if the bulls are able to get a rally, if GDP sparks them and it's a catalyst, we have invalidated the overall bullish count as if this was counting as wave 1, which I always had it as an A wave. I really never loved it as the wave 1 high. But if the bulls are able to push, it would likely be in a 3-wave scenario, as it would have to be a diagonal to finish off this move higher. So if the bulls are able to take out this 4165 to 70 area and push over 4170, that would be an indication that the bulls are trying to take this higher towards 4200 to 4300 overall. So that's what we'd look for in a more direct move. I don't think that's very likely, as it would have to be a diagonal, and again, those are very unreliable. So overall, this is where we're at, looking for lower in the 4020 area to complete this A wave. Whether they give us a little bounce or not first or directly down will be up to the market, but that's the overall target for the first leg down before we see a bigger B wave bounce. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, so on the NASDAQ, they gave us a move down, and then they held up. They did not come down and make a new low like the ES did. So it is possible that the NASDAQ has completed the C wave down. They did get right to the target area at 12,800. We were looking for 12,777, so just 23 points off of that target, and then bounced up from there. Now, it is possible that they're giving us a wave 4 here and then give us the last push down into that 12,777 to 12,500 area if they come down in that route. But also, it is possible that they have completed that, as they did get down to the target area, and they're starting their B wave up here already with an A, B, and then C up toward the 13,078 to 13,144 area, and then you'd see a C wave down toward the 12,500 area from there. So the NASDAQ, with this move, could be starting its B wave, as it did give a bigger spike and held up better overall in the day yesterday. It was green while the ES was red, and it could be looking for a bigger bounce in B and its overall B wave before we see the C wave down, which would coincide with the ES looking for a B wave bounce and then C down as well. So could see that play out tomorrow, especially with GDP. We could get a spike in the pre-market that would give us our B wave and then down after that. But if they push over the 13,226 area, that is an indication that the bulls are trying to take this back over the high more directly. Okay, and they finished all of wave 2 down at this point and would be starting wave 3 up. This doesn't look super impulsive off of the low yet. It does take time to build those out, but the overall move is not impulsive, so I would not expect a direct move higher. I would expect at most a bounce and then down from there. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and takes you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there, I want you to make sure you love it, and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We just started our training material, and our first course is our Elliott Wave for Beginners course. And this is Elliott Wave the way I teach it and the way I use it, and you have all the videos here that are included in both memberships. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as day trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today. ES is at a critical point here in that 40-70 zone. There's a support moving average there, the 50-day on the daily. We would look for a bounce there in B, potentially to 41.40 to 50, and then down in C. But if they push directly through 41.70 and into the 41.60 zone, it becomes more likely we head directly towards 41 or 40. I'm sorry, if they push directly through 40.70 into the 40.60 zone, it becomes more likely we push directly to 40.20. Over on the NASDAQ, it is possible we need a low on the NASDAQ down into this 12,700 area before we complete this A wave, and then would look for the B wave up. Or we may have started the B wave already where you have the A, B set up and you're looking for C higher into the 13,144 to 13,226 area. Above that 13,226, and it becomes more likely they're going to try to go for a new high, and all of wave 2 is in. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.